Welcome to our video series on increasing traffic to your blog. In this video, we'll look at using Digg to get attention for your blog. A fairly popular site that receives vast numbers of visitors is Digg, Digg.com. This site also has a large focus on technical stories and programming, as you can see if you just scroll the front page. There's one about programming here, and some gadgets here, and more gadgets, and so on. So it does have quite a considerable percentage of its audience is technical, people interested in technical subjects. So articles or postings of your blog may or may not be a good fit for this site. But it's another one to consider, and it can bring a lot of visitors to your site very quickly. And what I'm going to do now is briefly talk you through how this site actually works. And you can see here that each story has a ranking, or you could say a score. Here is 46 digs. Here's 44 digs. 35 digs. And what that means is that visitors to this site have recommended it. Each time someone recommends it, it's a dig. And you can sign up, and you can recommend stories as well. So in a way, it's community-driven. It's very interactive, this site. So what you can do is register here, and I recommend that you take part in the site, that you dig other people's stories, because if you just dig or recommend your own stories, then other people will notice that, and obviously other members of the community will be upset with you if you're just recommending your own stories, your own blog. So I recommend you become a proper member of the site, recommending other stories, and perhaps recommending your own from time to time. Or perhaps even getting other people you know to sign up and recommend your stories from time to time. Then, once your story has been suggested, and if people dig it, by digging your story, then it becomes more and more popular. Then, at a certain level, your story will get moved to the front page, and then will really get a vast amount of traffic. So if I scroll down, you can see that effect. Here's a story with 294 digs. And this one, almost 800. And let me just click through one of these. If I click here, for example. Okay, I paused the video there for a moment. My mistake for clicking the wrong link. This goes straight through to the actual website and story which is mentioned here. But if you click here, you're still on the Digg site, and you'll see there's a brief intro to the story if you want it, and you can click through if you want, which clicks through to the site. And as I mentioned, it's community-driven. So here, there are lots of replies, and each story generally gets a whole conversation going. And if you submit a story, and it gets lots of attention, you may, of course, like any interactive site on the Internet, get negative responses, but you'll generally get positive responses as well, and get good discussions going. So it's definitely worthwhile spending some time looking around the site and getting used to how it works. And if I just go back to the front page, over here on the right, is something to submit a new story. And that, of course, is the link you want to use either when you're submitting something of your own, or somebody else's article or blog, or a tutorial of somebody else's site, for example. But you have to be registered and sign in. So that's a quick overview to how Digg works, and it is a very popular site. And if you get listed on the front page, it can bring an awful lot of visitors to your site. And they may not be the kinds of visitors who will hang around your site for a long time. They may just read the article and then leave. However, some of them are going to stick around. And it's been said that much of the Digg community are webmasters and bloggers themselves. So when they're also linked to you and talk to you, in that respect it could have a very powerful viral effect. So Digg's definitely worth keeping in mind as a further way to really spread and promote your blog.